Hello, everyone. I thought I would give you an update on my book, The Ecstasy and the Ignominy, which I have been working diligently on, and I've just completed chapter 35, which means I have 8 chapters left. I have now determined what the final chapter count is going to be, because there were some chapters that I thought about cutting, but I put back because I there were certain character arcs that I didn't want to cut out. I finally decided, and I wrote them though rather hastily to get them down so I wouldn't fall behind. And so now I have 8 chapters that remain. And with any luck, I would really like to have a rough draft by the end of January. I wish I could say that I could finish it before the end of the year. That doesn't look like it's going to happen, however, because these last 8 chapters, like everything that I've been writing up to this point, has really been a build up for what I'm getting ready to write, and so that's going to be the real test. And so I want, and when I'm working on a chapter diligently, it usually takes me around 2 weeks to complete it. Now if I wanted to just get everything down, and I if I were not so preoccupied with detail, then I could probably finish it before the end of the year. But if I wanted to only take a week to write a chapter, but it seems to me to do every chapter justice, it's going to take me around 2 weeks, which means that if I keep going at the same pace that I have been going, I should have a completed rough draft by the end of January. Now, if I get slowed down, perhaps February. If for whatever reason some chapters take me, if they don't take as long as I thought, then perhaps I could have a draft before January or in early January. Um, that doesn't seem likely, but it could happen. There are at least 2 chapters where I might be able to write them in a week, possibly. So who knows? Um, but anyway, writing this book has really taken its toll on me. It has been in some ways exhausting because the longest project that I ever worked on before this book wise took me around 11 months to complete the rough draft. This has taken going on 18 months, and by the time I'm finished, it will be nearly 2 years. And so that's a long time, and I've worked on it diligently almost every day, 5, 6 days a week, and I'm going to take off tomorrow on Sunday so I can have time to recover, and then it's back to work on Monday. And I try to take Sundays off to give myself some time to rest. And frankly, I need more than that, but I need at least one day a week minimum to rest. But again, I've been following the schedule for 18 months, so it really has been exhausting in some ways, and I'm really looking forward to finishing. Now, of course, when I'm finished, um, because I've been writing all of this in a notebook, this book, and when I'm finished, I will have to copy it all into the computer, which I have been doing, but very slowly. I've been procrastinating when it comes to this. I've written 35 chapters. Only 10 have been typed completely into the computer, and so and especially since I have been. Again, I like writing in a notebook. I find it much more convenient, much more comfortable than staring at a computer screen. I find, but there are drawbacks. So because I'm so picky, I've marked a lot of things out. There's a million scratches. I've rewritten things in tiny handwriting, and some of it is really difficult to read. Especially if I'm trying to type a chapter in the computer and it's been 6 months since I've written it, then I might not always remember what I meant in certain areas. So in some cases, I'm sure I'm probably going to have to either rewrite a sentence or come up with a different word if I can't really read what I wrote. Because now I can read my handwriting generally, but if I'm scratching a lot of things out and writing very small, if I'm reading something and it's not fresh in my mind, then I may run into that problem. I've already ran into it several times already. Although there's much more revisions later in the later chapters than in the beginning chapters, and so but no, this has been an exhausting process. I'm really looking forward to finishing, but I still have 8 chapters left, which might not sound like much, but Again, though, these are the climactic chapters, so they're going to take a lot of work for that reason. So wish me luck.